What is up, everybody? This is Beetle5 coming at you with another one of my reaction videos. I have with me the Ginger here.
Hello, everyone.
And today we will be reacting to the death battle between Amy Rose versus Ramona Flowers. Now, I fucking love Scott Pilgrim so much. Oh my god. I love Scott Pilgrim to pieces. My vote is so immediate to Ramona.
Yeah, Ramona.
Hands down. She's stronger. The only edge that Amy has is the fact that she's got speed, which I think is the only way she can maybe beat Rona if she had the chance. But Roma has the subspace backpack with infinite storage. She's strong, and she's got her hammer, which does +2 damage against girls. I really hope they say that. I really want that Valda to be able to mention that because of the comics.
It's so funny how the last names are Rose and Flowers.
Yeah, that's another thing too. They're both crazy over the one guy, and their last names are Flowers. All right, so we're gonna start this death battle then in 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go.
As the old saying goes, behind every great man is a badass woman with a big hammer. Something like that.
And today's combatants are exactly that. What could go wrong?
Oh, that's
Amy Rose,
what is it?
Sonic the Hedgehog's #1 fangirl.
And Ramona Flowers, the girl of Scott Pilgrim's dream.
Yeah, it's a Scott.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, they're so close. I love this.
When young Amy Rose first heard of the adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, she became immediately obsessed.
But while most rabid fangirls would stalk him online,
oh, hey Arnold! Yeah, I love Hey Arnold!
Amy dialed her crazy up to 11.
I guess you could say she was hooked on Sonics?
I threw up in my mouth a little bit. That was so bad.
Well, determined to meet her hero face to face, Amy decided that the best option was to learn how to read tarot cards. Of course.
Hey, the lady at the fair never let me down.
After lots of practice, one reading finally predicted she would meet the blue blur on the mysterious Little Planet.
And she did meet him. Well, after she was kidnapped by the evil Dr. Eggman and used as bait to lure Sonic into a trap, but hey, first impressions aren't everything, right?
God knows that's true, or we certainly wouldn't be working together.
What? So I forgot my pants on my first day. It happens to us all.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, meeting Sonic wasn't enough for Amy. Despite her young age and inexperience, she made it her personal mission to become a part of his freedom-fighting crew.
So Amy spent some time building a badass skill set to convince her hasty hedgehog hero she'd be a valuable team member. And girlfriend.
It actually wouldn't take long. By running after Sonic, her sheer will and determination let her reach the super speed she needed to chase him down.
That's terrifying.
Keep in mind, Sonic's casual speed sits at about 765 miles per hour.
That's extra terrifying.
Tell me about it. Apparently, she tapped into her innate hedgehog speed gene, which is a thing. Where the hell they got this, I have no clue. I mean, have you seen real hedgehogs run? They're not all that fast.
Apart from being quick on her feet, Amy can target specific enemies with the homing attack, charge up speed with the spin dash, and even turn herself invisible.
Right, by concentrating her energy, Amy can somehow cloak her entire body from view.
She's obsessive, fast, and can turn herself invisible. It's like the Sonic gods made the ultimate stalker.
Well, she still hasn't learned how to hide her shadow.
That might be even scarier. But what really gives Amy an edge is her signature weapon, the Pico Pico Hammer. God, that's a dumb name.
It's actually based on the Japanese children's toy of the same name.
Yeah, well, this weapon would be totally stupid if it didn't create tornadoes!
That's right, it can create a pink vortex to throw at Amy's enemies. She can also use the Pico Pico Hammer to double jump or spin through the air like a helicopter. And if she loses it, she can somehow magically summon a new one out of thin air.
Really think you're moving on too fast from the whole tornado thing, Wiz. Tornadoes! From the hammer! Hamnado!
After all was said and done, Amy became good enough to join Sonic's squad, becoming a valuable member of the team.
She's strong enough to match the power of a 25-foot-tall metal machine. she dazed the Iron King, a guy who can tank laser fire from an army, and once threw her hammer hundreds of feet into the air to knock Dr. Eggman's ship out of flight.
She survived a one-on-one match against Knuckles where she was crushed by a boulder over twice her size.
And even more impressively, she once wiped out half of an entire robotic invading force all on her own.
She may be
So has
powerful,
half the
but
Sonic
she
cast.
still has some growing up to
You
do.
can wipe out
Amy is
basically
a
easy.
tween girl. She's pretty immature sometimes, rushing into action without thinking.
Like when she was mind-controlled by Justin Bieber.
Justin
What?
Beaver.
The actual
really?
fuck?
Yep. He's a beaver who mind-controls girls through the power of repetitive and uninspired music.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
But the most important thing to take
Fuck
away
you,
from all
Sonic
of this
Boom.
is that once Amy
All I
Rose
gotta
sets her
say.
mind to something, she will get it done. No matter what.
Keep your rotten robots away from my Sonic or you're gonna be sorry!
Alright. Come on.
Okay,
Ramona.
When
I'm
Ramona
in
Flowers
lesbians
first
with
saw
you.
Scott Pilgrim, she was immediately unimpressed.
She just wanted to do her own thing, delivering packages for Amazon
I
Canada.
love the
But
comics
Scott
so
couldn't
much.
get her out of his mind.
Literally in his mind, which is weird.
It's not weird at all. So, no, it's just you have this really convenient subspace highway running through your head that I like to use. It's like 3 miles in 15 seconds.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, Scott somehow managed to charm her
Quite the
into
age
giving him a
difference between
chance.
the two.
But there was
Yeah.
just one
Has
little,
7 evil ex-
somewhat
Wait,
dangerous
attended the
catch
University
to
of
it all.
Carolina
You
in
see,
the
if
sky.
Scott wanted to land his pilgrims at Vagina Rock, he had to battle and defeat Ramona's 7 evil exes.
7 evil exes.
God, screw that. That's way too much work. I don't care how hot she is.
Matthew
Find a new
Patel.
one.
Luckily for Scott, he did not have to fight them all alone, as Ramona
Roxy.
isn't your typical damsel in distress.
Yeah.
Roxy.
Yeah, she's a badass. She's strong, tough, and damn good on a pair of rollerblades.
Oh, yeah, I love that. She
She's
just, like,
also
go right
proficient in
through the
numerous
snow.
types of weapons,
Yeah.
from mallets to swords, and carries
Oh, there's
multiple
this
on her
look
person
hammer
at all
+2
times,
against girls.
such as her
Yes,
titanium
they said
baseball
it.
bat.
Oh, I'm so
And her
happy.
giant hammer.
So-
It might look plain to you, but when Ramona wields this sledge, even Gundam robots fall to pieces.
It also gives her a +2 bonus against girls.
That doesn't sound very impressive.
It's awesome.
Sure, it's a tiny number, but in context, all power-ups in Scott Pilgrim's world use small numbers for big changes, so it's actually not half bad.
Well, either way, somehow she keeps all her weapons in her purse. How the hell do women do that?
Suitcase.
That's not just any purse, Boomstick, it's her subspace suitcase. It may seem like an ordinary bag, but it's actually
Scott
a
went
door
in
to
there
an
to confront
extra-dimensional
Gideon
hammer
in the
space.
comics.
Okay.
This subspace is a series of pocket dimensions available to certain people through extra-dimensional doorways.
Dimension in a bag, got it.
It's more of a doorway, and the dimension it leads to exists inside Ramona's head. She can even control this particular pocket of space with her emotions.
Jesus, what the hell were these writers on?
Heroine. And by that I mean a strong female protagonist.
Yeah!
What's with you today?
Without Ramona's skills and weaponry, Scott likely would have never succeeded in defeating the evil exes.
Like when she fought Roxy, her ex from her sexy phase.
Sexy phase,
Roxy
Donna.
is strong enough to knock
That's
Scott
the
so
exact
hard he
quote.
smashed several steel I-beams, which would need at least 3,000 pounds of force. And Ramona's taking hits and sexing up this superpowered chick, no problem.
She's also got many years of experience under her belt. Even when she was just around 12 years old, she could fight off an entire army of older jocks all at once.
Oh, yeah.
She's strong enough to
Defeated
send people
Knives
flying
and
dozens of
Envy
feet through the air with a
and
smack of her hammer. And she's so fast and nimble on her rollerblades, she can keep up with ninjas. Man, this chick's
half
got it all.
ninjas. Roxy's
Don't
half
get too starry-eyed just yet, though. Ramona has her fair share of problems. For example, the only reason Ramona has so much control over her subspace in the first
the
place
glow.
is because one of her exes infected her with the glow.
glow. Yeah, I
Ah,
do.
the glow,
The glow.
huh? That's a rough one. I've got it too.
Wait, really? You have an energy field which turns your own emotions against you?
Yeah, that's what I have. On a completely unrelated note, Wiz, how long should one's genitals normally, glow in the dark?
Exactly 0 seconds.
Okay, well, it's a good thing I don't have that problem then. But roller coasters of emotions aside, Ramona is one hell of an ass-kicking girlfriend any man would be lucky to get with.
I think you need a doctor.
She's
Getting
amazing.
best get his pretentious ass up here because I'm about to kick yours out of the Great White North.
I fucking love it. All right.
All right,
Ramona's
the
got
combatants
this fight
are
won.
set.
yeah.
Let's end this
Ramona's
debate
got
once
this
and
fight.
for all.
But first, if you're one of those people who eats food, then I have some great information for you.
Sorry,
Tell
I'm not
them,
one of
Wiz.
those people. I
You
don't
know
eat
how it
food.
is. Researching characters and making them
I
fight
don't
to the
know.
death is time consuming. I don't have time to go to the store and make my own
So did you
meals,
hear about
but
the thing
I
that
also
Screw Attack
don't
was
want to
doing
doom
now?
my
Craig is,
existence to
leaving
fast
Screw
food
Attack
sugar
Yeah,
to,
addiction.
sure.
to be part of
Thankfully,
this new thing
Blue
called Game
Apron
Attack.
changed all
Yeah.
of that.
That's what the whole thing
For
was,
less than
that's what the whole
$10
thing
a
was about.
meal, Blue Apron sends me seasonal recipes with pre-portioned ingredients to
Yeah.
make
I just
delicious
feel like
home-cooked
Ramona's
meals.
so much
Each
stronger
meal comes
than
with an
Amy.
easy
Yeah.
step-by-step
She acts
recipe
so
which
much
can
more
be
damage,
prepared in
and
40 minutes or
I
less.
feel like she
And I
can
This
think-
chicken
use,
stir
I
fry
feel
only
like she
took
can
about
use the
20.
subspace
Check
to
out
get
this
at her,
week's
even
menu
if
and
her-
get
even
your
if she's
first
affected by the
3
glow.
meals free.
I don't think that'll
with
matter
free
so much
shipping
anymore because
by going to
Gideon isn't around,
blueapron.com
because the whole reason the glow was bad was
See
because
for
Gideon
yourself
was
how good it
around
feels
to
and
infect
tastes
her and-
to create
and
impeccable
create damage to
home-cooked
her.
meals
Gideon's
with
gone,
Blue Apron.
so the glow really
That's
shouldn't have much of an effect on her anymore.
blueapron.com/battle.
But right now, it's time for a death battle!
Ramona Flowers. Here we go. Unfortunately, I never played the Scott Pilgrim game, but this,
Yeah.
but this is what it is. This is the exact thing. Oh no, Scott! Sonic isn't here. There we go. There we go. Oh no!
Wow, Scott just gone for it.
Oh yeah. Oh, she went to the subspace highway.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it, yeah. Yeah, now she's in the subspace highway. Oh my
Okay.
god, it's a little Sonic! That's clever. That is clever. Oh! It's all the versions of Ramona like the comic! That is so
that's cool.
awesome!
The winner roll.
What? I can't...
Game over.
Ramona may have been the smarter and more level-headed of the two, but Amy just had the edge in almost every other category.
Ramona can skate faster than most, but Amy's fast enough to keep up with Sonic. To be clear, she's definitely not as fast as Sonic, but she's certainly capable of catching up to him at times. Ramona stood no chance in the speed department, so she had to rely on her skill and strength. And while they both had similar strength feats like defeating giant robots or whacking people a huge distance with their hammers, Amy's feats go several steps beyond anything of Ramona's.
Take Amy throwing her hammer into Eggman's ship in the sky, for instance. Given the height of the ship and Amy's location, it's likely she had to throw her hammer at least 2,100 feet. While her hammer's exact weight is unknown, its head is large enough to be compared to the biggest sledgehammer ever used by man, which was 64 pounds. In order to hit Eggman's ship as hard as she did, she must have thrown her hammer with 2 tons of force at bare minimum. And we're really lowballing that.
And that was just the first throw. The second one made the ship spin over, putting it way higher than 2 tons. Ramona at her best could take a hit from Roxy, who can dole out at a max up to 1.5 tons of force.
Whereas Amy survived being crushed by a boulder which, scaled to her height, weighed at least 4 tons.
Ramona gained an advantage when she brought the fight to her subspace purse mind.
But when Ramona's ex Gideon was trapped in that subspace, he was able to escape by destroying her bag. As Amy is stronger and faster than Ramona, there's no reason to believe she couldn't do the same. And with Ramona's last trump card out of commission, all Amy had to do was finish her off.
Looks like Amy rose to the occasion.
The winner is Amy
Damn
Rose.
it. Yeah.
Next
Who's
time on Death Battle.
Who's gonna be?
Power Rangers? No. Godzilla? King Kong?
Oh yeah!
Yes.
Sweet! Gotta love the Hulk.
Hulk is next, and who's he gonna be fighting? You can find out by sticking to our
I think
Instagram
if-
this
if
time.
we're
That's
going
official
to
context, so
Marvel,
go check that out.
If you guys haven't heard, we launched a whole
It's gonna be
new
Doomsday.
channel. It's a
I was
totally
saying, I
separate
think it's gonna be
initiative called Game
Doomsday,
Attack.
yeah.
You should go
I think
subscribe.
Doomsday
All you
is
do is
really,
click the
could
little
be a
thing.
really good opponent.
Sounds like
for
fun.
Hulk.
Yeah.
If it's Doomsday, then Hulk is gonna beat him.
Yeah,
Scott.
no, I'm not so sure. I don't know much about DC, so I just know Doomsday's a bad guy
Yeah.
for Superman. And he's like made of kryptonite, right? Isn't that what
Yeah.
his whole body's made of that? Yeah. Alright, well, that battle was rather disappointing. I really felt like they didn't give Ramona enough credit. But
Yeah.
regardless, it was still really awesome to see her in the fifth battle, so
Oh, yeah.
thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to leave a comment of what else I should react to in the future, and I will see you guys next time. Laters!
Hey,